All right, hey everyone, Misha Wilson here. Welcome to this bonus training, how to make profitable Facebook ads. Now, to start out, I want to make a note of the fact that there is no right way to set up Facebook ads, all right? There's no single right method. There's a bunch of different people using Facebook ads in a bunch of different ways, and there's a bunch of people making a lot of money with Facebook ads using very different strategies. So if you're killing it using one strategy or another, by all means, don't stop what you're currently doing. There's a lot of different contradictory information out there simply because a lot of different people are using a lot of different methods and they can all work. This is simply my method that I use that creates Facebook ads for me in a very profitable manner, and so that's what I'm going to teach you. Also, for a second note, I set up one ad per ad set and I set up one ad per ad set and one ad set per campaign. So in total, I only set up one ad per campaign. Now, I'm not going to really get into the structure of how Facebook sets up their ad sets, ads, and campaigns, etc. in this video. We're just going to set up the actual ad with the image and text, copy, etc. But if you're wondering, I do set up only one ad per campaign, and that just allows it to be a little bit easier to track for me in the future. So tools needed to set up these profitable Facebook ads will be Paintbrush and Photoshop, and you'll see why in this video. And having said that, ads must be clicky and your capture page must be sticky. That's a saying by Mr. Mark Hoverson, and we'll get into exactly what that saying means during this video. But realize that in order to have profitable Facebook ads, your ad must be clicky and your capture page must be sticky, and we will elaborate on that. I'm just going to go ahead and fill out this cheat sheet as we go. This video is going to be very raw and uncut. I want you to see the complete process of setting up a Facebook ad, so I figure the easiest way to do that is to kind of have you be a fly on my shoulder watching me set up an ad that I would actually set up and promote a product myself using this exact type of ad. So let's get started. Now, considering that this is all about Facebook ads, I figured it was, it was appropriate to set up an ad about an offer having to do with Facebook. This is an offer, the Facebook Power Code, that Elite Marketing Pro members can promote for 100% commissions. This is a webinar done by Mr. Nick Hobner, the traffic guy over at Elite Marketing Pro. It's a webinar, a 90-minute webinar, where he shows you his formula for Facebook ads that allowed him to turn $77 into a little bit over $2,000. This is a great offer to promote or just to buy and consume if you're into Facebook ads, all right? So this is the offer we're going to be promoting. So let's go ahead and copy this URL. Head over here. As you can see, the first thing I did was select clicks to website, and I'm going to paste that in there. And we're going to select the page that we want to use. This is just my personal fan page. And of course, we are not going to use the image that it pulls. We have some work to do here. So the first thing we need to do is to select an image. Now, Nick Hobner, my personal Facebook mentor, I would call him, tells you that there are two types of images that work really well, and the image that works best, or the type of image that works best, are images of people who are confused and kind of overwhelmed. Unfortunately, in our industry, there's a lot of people that are confused, overwhelmed, and looking for some type of answer outside of themselves. These images speak directly to those emotions of our prospects, the people who we're looking to have purchase our offer, all right? That's why they work so well. So that's what we are going to use here. So as you can see, I'm just going to type in confused. I already had it there because I've done it in the past, but that's what you do. Type in confused, and all these images will go ahead and pop up. I like to find an image that is of someone who looks confused and overwhelmed at the same time. Those tend to be the most powerful for me through personal experience. So let's go ahead and scroll through some of these. Again, I'm not going to edit any of this. I want you guys to see the process. All right, so this could work. Come on, load. she's looking a little bit confused. You can see her mind's going 1,000 different directions, and she's actually looking in a certain direction, which you'll see why that matters in a little bit here. All right, this is another one that could work. She's looking in a certain direction. She's confused, obviously, with the question marks. Let's go through a few more options, and then we'll choose one. Now, just as a note, these are Shutterstock photos. These are okay to use if you're only going to use them for Facebook ads. If you go ahead and take these photos and do what I'm about to do with them in the process of taking a screenshot of them and then editing them out, etc., and then put them on your blog, that is not okay. Shutterstock will come after you. If you put them back on Facebook, that's 100% fine, only because Facebook and Shutterstock have a partnership. So these images are fine to use if you're using them for Facebook ads. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and use that first one that I saw, this one. I like it. Done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a screenshot of this image. And because when you take a screenshot, things get minimized a little bit, we are going to zoom in. So I'm just going to Command plus. I'm going to do that 2 times. And I'm going to take a screenshot, Command Shift 3. And that is now on our desktop. As you can see, this is one of my other confused Facebook ads. So there's a 3-step process that we need to follow in order to make our ad image clicky, as Mark Hoverson would say. And I'm going to take you through that right here. So as you can see, I'm just selecting the physical image out of the screenshot. This is 587 by 308. I copied it, by the way. Now we're going to go over to Paintbrush. I use Paintbrush to add a border to the image, all right? I know that it's possible to do this in Photoshop. I just find it a lot easier to do it in Paintbrush, so I do it in Paintbrush. Why we're going to add a border is because it will make it stand out to people in their newsfeed. Realize that Facebook marketing is interruption marketing. We're interrupting people from their pattern. They're on Facebook because they want to cruise through their newsfeed and look at what their friends are saying, etc. What we're trying to do is we're trying to interrupt them, meet them halfway more or less where they are mentally. That's why confused images work really well, but the only way to do that excuse me, is to have our ad stand out at people. Borders, text, pseudo buttons, which we'll cover in just a minute, are a great way to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and add a red border. As you can see, I have, if you guys don't know how to use Photoshop, go to YouTube, search Photoshop tutorials, and let's add that bad boy in. I'm liking that. And again, guys, this is just exactly what I do to set up Facebook ads. And it's really not that difficult, not that complicated if you just follow this formula. I like my border to be pretty prominent because it's really one of the things that gets people's attention. A red border makes an image stand out. So we're going to go ahead and save that. Sorry, my voice isn't working too well right now. Confused, overwhelmed on the desktop. Save. Now we are going to go over to Photoshop. Sorry I didn't open this up prior to starting the video. Bear with me here. Photo editor. Photoshop, if you guys are going to use Facebook ads in your business, Photoshop will be one of the better investments that you ever make in your business. It's only $100 to have, and it's a tool that will, pay for itself over and over and over again if you commit to getting good at Facebook ads. So we're just going to go ahead and open that confused and overwhelmed photo that we just put a border on in Photoshop, because there's a few things we need to do to make our image more clicky. So The first thing we're going to do is add some text to this photo. Now the text needs to be congruent and it needs to talk about our offer. So what I'm going to do is go back over to the offer. Whoops, wrong one, sorry. So this offer is talking about how Nick turned $77 into $2,300 of pure profit in just 5 days. So we need to talk to that a little bit, and we need to talk to the confused image a little bit. All right, so here we go. Back to Photoshop. The only rule when it comes to text and Facebook ad images, is that your text cannot take up over 20% of your image. There is a Facebook grid tool that I will go ahead and link to in the cheat sheet. I've set up enough ads that I have a kind of pretty good idea of what 20% looks like, so I'm just going to wing it here for the sake of time, but here we go. Let's say this. Let's say can't get Facebook to work, question mark, because a lot of people are out there posting Facebook ads and losing a lot of money. So let's say can't get Facebook to work, question mark, give me 90 minutes and I'll show. It's hard to type and talk at the same time. How I turned $77 into 341. I think that's what it was, in just 5 days. So there's our text. All right, again, we're speaking to the fact that this person in the image is confused. Our prospects are kind of probably feeling confused if they're interested in Facebook ads, which they should be, because we're going to target certain individuals. And then secondly, we're speaking to what our offer is. We're putting up text that's congruent with our offer. So the next thing we need to account for is the fact that it's pretty hard to read that text, as you can see. So what we're going to go ahead and do is add a stroke. How you do that, you select the text. Again, this is something, if you don't know how to use Photoshop, go into YouTube and search Photoshop tutorials, all right? All you would do though is select the text, go over to the effects tab down here, select strokes out of this menu, and select the stroke you want. I like this one, the 10 pixels. And as you can see, it just added a black border around that text, which makes the text much more readable. All right. The last thing we're going to do is add a pseudo button. I don't know if I pronounced that right. More or less what it is, it's a fake button on your image that gets people to click and head over to your capture page. So I went ahead and actually searched for the image already on Google. All you would do is go to Google and say, show me how. Here, I'll show you exactly how I did it. Google, let's search show me how button. Images. Oops, sorry. Show me how button. All right, so we get all of these different types of button, and you just find one that works for you. If there's a video page, etc., you would say show me how or show me the video, etc. So whatever your capture page is set, however your capture page up, find a button that is congruent with your capture page. If there's a video on there, show me the video. If there's a presentation, a webinar, show me the webinar. If in this case it's just a promise, it's a text sales page that's a promise, say show me how, because we're going to show them how Nick turned $77 into $2,300. All right, we're going to go ahead and just copy a rectangular version of this image. Apple copy. And I'm going to go back into Photoshop, and you can paste it directly into Photoshop. Now notice that I am going to put this image right. Firstly, we're going to resize it a little bit. I'm going to put it right where she's looking. Now you'd be surprised how those little things make a difference with your Facebook ad, but that makes a huge difference. Having your call to action, in this case our show me how button, positioned right where the star, the lady of our image is looking, makes a huge difference. All right, why isn't this working? Okay, so we've gone ahead and selected this. I'm going to add another stroke to it, and as you can see, we have a pretty clicky ad image at this point. We have an image of a confused lady, so lots of our prospects are feeling confused, frustrated, etc. We have text that shows both a problem, it brings a problem up that people can't make Facebook work, and then we have a solution. Give me 90 minutes and I'll show you how I turned $77 into 2,341 in just 5 days! Exclamation mark, show me how button, and the woman looking directly at the show me how button. Now, just from personal experience, I would guess that this ad image will convert pretty damn well. So we're going to go ahead and save this. Save as. As you guys can see, it's a pretty simple process. It's just about learning the basics, learning how to make your ad images clicky, and then we'll actually talk about capture pages in video number 2 of the magnetic selling machine, and then making your capture page sticky. All right, so there we go. We have created our image. It's saved on the desktop. I'm just going to close this without saving in Photoshop because I have it saved on the desktop. And next step, back to the ad manager. Whoops, wrong window. Back to the ad manager, and as you can see, this was our old image. So I would say that if someone's scrolling through their news feed, and I'd hope you guys would agree with me because I pretty much know that I'm right on this one, people are a lot more likely to click this new image with the border, the text, and the button than they would be with just the image. All right, guys? So as you can see, this is exactly what our ad image is going to look like. Pretty damn good, right? Now, next, we are going to talk about copy. Remember, each of our ads needs to contain compelling copy. So our copy, again, wants to speak to someone's problem and then offer a solution. So our headline can be something like, can't get Facebook to work. Now, I usually set up my ads in the Power Editor. This is just the Facebook Ads Manager. In the Power Editor, you can use more text, so it's a little bit more simple because we have more options when we can use more text. But actually, what I'm going to do here, this is the headline, so this is the area that goes down here. I'm just going to put the Facebook Power Code. Bam. So as you can see, that showed up here. Our text, which is almost more of a headline than the actual headline, needs to speak to their problem. So, can't get Facebook to work. For your business. Now notice that I'm not talking about money in this ad, all right? If I were to say something like, can't make Facebook profitable, or that might get approved. If I were to say something like, give me a second and I'll show you how I made 10 grand on Facebook, or even a bolder promise of watch this webinar and you'll make money with Facebook, that's what's going to get your ads disapproved. All right, we want to talk about anything but money. We're going to speak a little bit about money, but I'm going to speak about Nick's personal results versus promising results to the end user. So that's kind of one of the ways that you can get ads approved if you're having problems getting your ads approved. So, can't get Facebook to work for your business. What else would I say? I'm just giving you guys examples here. Having trouble making and again, this is speaking a little bit to money. It's speaking about money a little bit. That's all right to a certain extent. It's kind of more or less, you have to figure out the line and then, you just kind of have to test. You have to set up a bunch of ads and see which ones get approved, which ones don't, why they didn't get approved, and you'll kind of get a general feel for what will get approved, etc. I have a pretty good feeling that this would get approved. So having trouble making Facebook profitable, I would say for or in your business, question mark. All right, so we are speaking to the problem, right? If this was an MLM ad, we could say, do you suck at recruiting, question mark, and then we could send them to a capture page that offers a solution in regards to recruiting. You guys get the basic gist of that. Next, we're going to show advanced options here and newsfeed link description. This is something that some people don't use that's really powerful. It just gives us more text to use in our ads. So again, I'm going to go back here and I'm literally just going to copy this headline and paste it. Alright, give me 90 minutes and I'll show you how I turn. It's obviously not me, so take 90 minutes, or wait, that's fine. Give me 90 minutes and I'll show you how Facebook Ninja Nick Hobner turned $77 into $341 of pure profit in just 5 days, and how you can too! Exclamation mark. Now, looking good, looking good. Now let me ask you guys, would you guys click on this ad if you saw it in your newsfeed? Or would it get your attention, I should say? Whether you click or not, that has to do whether you're a Facebook marketer. That has to do with whether or not you're a Facebook marketer. But would this ad get your attention? I'm guessing that it probably would. If you're scrolling through your newsfeed, you're going to notice this ad. The reason you're going to notice this ad is because, again, the image speaks to your problem. If you're feeling confused, show me how button stands out, and then we have text in there that speaks to a problem and then offers a solution. Alright guys, so remember, compelling copy that speaks to people's problems and then offers a solution, like I talked about in the first video. So that's the basics for the creative aspect of your ad. This is what you call the creative aspect of your ad. Guys, I'm going to get a quick drink of water. I will be right back and we'll finish this up. Alright guys, I'm back. Had to get some water there. My voice was going out on me. So let's go ahead and head over to our cheat sheet and fill this out. So photo, make it clicky with borders, text, and pseudo. I don't know how to pronounce that, by the way. If I'm saying it totally wrong, forgive me. So that's the basics with your photo. Copy, compelling copy that speaks to a problem and then offers solution, period. So that's what we've covered so far, and this will just take a few minutes. Actually, that's the main thing. Setting up the creative portion of your ads is really the key aspect of profitable Facebook ads. All right, next you need to make sure you remove all of these. I'll add this to the cheat sheet, excuse me. So let's remove, and that's simply because, like, let's add a right column in, for example. The image we just created isn't going to look right in the right column. As you can see in this preview, the right and left borders are both cut off. The text isn't showing right. So you need to, if you want to get into creating right ad images, mobile news feed, right column, etc., you need to make individual ad images for each of those. Personally, all I do are desktop news feeds, and I can get more than enough traffic with just desktop news feeds, excuse me. All right, so let's scroll down. We're going to get into targeting and demographics a little bit. So locations, this is big. People used to tell you, now my mentor Nick Hobner and both Michelle Pesco-Salido, two Facebook ninjas, total gangsters when it comes to Facebook, this is what they've taught me. People used to select the top 5 countries. So we'd say United States, United Kingdom, Ireland, Australia, etc. All the English speaking countries. And people used to stack countries. And how Facebook's algorithm has changed is now what Facebook will do is it will actually turn your ads off during the middle of the night because you won't be getting any clicks during the middle of the night. Where if your ads stay active and they're running, being shown in people's news feeds, whether you're getting clicks or not, you're going to be charged, all right? So, what you need to do to account for that is you need to set up different ads for every country. So what I would do is I would set up one ad for the US, one ad for Australia, one ad for New Zealand, one ad for Ireland, etc. One ad each country. And then what that will allow to do, if we were to stack the countries, our ads would be continually running because it's a different time zone in each country. Where if we only put in one country, our ads will be active during the day and then Facebook will shut off our ads at night, so we won't be getting charged for views during the evening time. I hope that makes sense. All you need to know is that the only thing you want to do here is add only one country. So we always want to only do English speaking countries and only add one country per ad. All right, still with me? Good. So one country per ad. For me, I choose 25 through 60. This is just what works for me. Again, I mean, the more you test, the more you track everything, the more you look at your reports and really get a sense for who's buying, who's opting in, etc., based on actual physical data that you get through posting ads on Facebook, the better. This is what I do, and this is what works for me. So gender, I just put all. Languages is a big one. English, all. Again, these ads are only, this ad is only going to be shown in the United States because of what I just talked about. We want our ads to be turned off during the night. Interests, this is a big one too. This is how we're going to target people. So what we need to think about is who would be interested in learning how to post profitable Facebook ads. Most likely people who are into online marketing, into network marketing, into affiliate marketing, etc. And so what we need to do is reverse engineer and kind of think about who those people are liking. Remember, on Facebook, we are targeting people based on who they've liked. Now, we used to be able to go in and scrape Facebook usernames with groups, etc. That is no longer allowed. This is how we target. So what I would do is I would simply target a couple of the bigger names in our industry. So let's go with Mike Dillard. He's in the network marketing industry, affiliate marketing also. He teaches a lot about that. Dagan Smith. Let's go Brian Finale, founder of My Lead System Pro. I don't know how to spell his name. Don't want to search it. Dave Wood. These guys don't have fan pages. Here, Magnetic Sponsoring. That's a company. Bam. You see, the more people I add, the more potential reach we have. And again, this is another thing that used to be a little bit different, and now this is the way my mentors are telling me to do it, and so this is the way I'm doing it. You want to stack your interests. It's more important to only choose one country than it is to only choose one interest, because the truth is, if we were to make separate ads for everybody who likes Dagan Smith, and then a different ad for everybody who likes Magnetic Sponsoring, and then a different ad for everybody that likes Mike Dillard, the truth is that a lot of those people are the same individuals, all right? And if we can add 10 different people in here and only target people who've liked 10 different prominent figures in our industry, there's a very high chance that those individuals are pretty serious about online marketing because they've taken the time to actually search for people and like people in our industry and more than just one person. So that's the basic psychology behind it. Stack your interests. So I'm going to search Jonathan Budd. Matt Lloyd, maybe. Nothing there. Todd Falcone. All right. And that's the basic gist. I mean, I would go ahead and add 5 to 10 people per ad. And so we're good there. As you can see, potential reach 106,000. I always try to get my reach over 100,000. As long as we make our ads clicky and our capture page sticky, our Facebook ads will be profitable. Next, behaviors, I don't put anything there. Connections, I don't put anything there. We can change, the campaign name and whatnot. That's all stuff you do in the background of the ads manager. Ad set name, let's just go Facebook Power Code Plus. And this is the next one, your budget. You do not want to choose a per day budget. Realize that you always want to start small and scale like I talked about, all right? But with Facebook, more or less like I talked about earlier, Facebook rewards the good marketers. So again, when your ads are clicky, when your ads are getting clicked a lot of times per every 1,000 views, so what we're going to do down here, you'll see when we bid, we're not going to bid per click. We're going to bid per view, more or less. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell them to optimize for clicks. And what that does is it allows Facebook to go out and per every 1,000 views, charge you a certain amount per click, all right? So when our ads get high click-through rates, when we get a ton of clicks on our ads per every 1,000 views, the cost of those clicks will be low. If we get 1,000 views and only one click, that click is going to cost us a ton, which will result in a very high cost per lead. All right. So realize the formula for profitable Facebook ads, let me say it one more time, is make your ads clicky by doing what I've shown you in this video, adding buttons to your images, adding text to your images, adding borders to your images, having your images speak to your prospect's pain, all right? Make your ads clicky and then your capture page sticky. So more or less you want your ads to get clicked as many times possible per 1,000 views in order to drive down the cost of each click, all right? I hope you guys understand that. I'll outline it a little bit more in the cheat sheet attached to this video. Next, we've already covered this, United States, 25 through 60, gender all, interest, stack your interests, and like I said before, which brings us back to budget. Facebook rewards the serious marketer. How we tell Facebook we're serious marketers is we use a lifetime budget. So we're going to do a lifetime budget that lasts a month. It automatically does 1 month. And what you figure out is, all right, I can spend $10 a day on Facebook. So make your lifetime budget $300. All right, so you can spend $300 over that 30 days, okay? Now the thing is, you have to realize you can come in here and turn this ad off at any time. If you don't have the money for the ad, if the ad isn't performing well, etc., you can turn the ad off anytime. But what setting your budget to lifetime budget will do is it will get your ad approved much more quickly than if you were to just set to per day, all right? Because if you set it for just per day, Facebook will look at you and say, all right, this guy's probably going to be running this ad for 2-3 days max. We're only going to make, if it's a $10 a day budget, $20 to $30 off this individual. Their priority, or they're not a priority to us, more or less. If you choose lifetime budget, you're more or less telling Facebook that you're going to be giving them money for a month or for however long you choose your lifetime to be. So realize, again, Facebook rewards the good marketer. So set your lifetime budget to $300 and make your ads clicky. Last, bidding. It used to be that we would manually set bids for clicks, and we would usually do something like 9 cents over minimum. So 66 click cents in this case. Excuse me, my voice is going out again. I have some water here. So this used to be the old strategy. 66 cents, 9 cents over the minimum bid. See how they're telling us minimum bid? Again, if you guys are getting results with a certain method of bidding that goes completely and totally opposite from what I'm telling you here, by all means follow that. What we're doing nowadays, what my mentors are doing nowadays, what I'm doing nowadays is automatically optimizing your bid to get more clicks. What that's going to do is it's more or less going to let Facebook do all the targeting for you. Facebook's going to take these people that you've seen, and then they're going to take the people that are most likely to click on your ad images based on the people who do click. So once you get 20, 30, 40 clicks, Facebook can then take through their algorithm and figure out who's most likely to click next and only show your ad to those people. So that's an extremely powerful little feature there. So pricing, automatically optimize your bids to get more clicks. And what else? That's really it, guys. The main thing to realize is that you can lose a ton of money with Facebook ads by automatically optimizing your bids to get more clicks if your ads aren't clicky. All right, guys? So you can make a lot of money with Facebook if your ads are clicky. You can lose a lot of money with Facebook if your ads aren't clicky. By automatically optimizing your ads to get more clicks, you are being charged every 1,000 views, meaning that if your ad gets clicked 1,000 times, right, and you're only being charged, let's say, of course your ad isn't going to have a 100% click-through rate. If your ad, let's just put it this way, if your ad gets clicked a lot per 1,000 views, you will pay a very small amount per click. You will pay under 57 cents per click, which is what they're telling you the minimum would be. If you can get a click-through rate of 5%, which is extremely high, and you're probably not going to get that right away. If you can get a click-through rate of 3-4% on your ads, you're actually going to pay less than what they say the minimum bid should be. If you get a click-through rate of 0.001%, etc., you're going to pay a ton per click, which will lead to your Facebook ads being it's going to suck up all your money very quickly. So guys, I hope you get the basic gist of Facebook ads after watching this video. I'll kind of elaborate again in the cheat sheets a little bit more. Facebook ads comes down to one thing: making your ads clicky, making your ads stand out in people's news feeds through the strategies we just covered, and then making your capture page sticky, making people opt into your capture page once they get over there. All right, so drive traffic from your ad to your capture page, get them to opt in on your capture page, get a maximum percentage of clicks per every 1,000 views, and your cost per click will go down. Your capture page, if it's converting well with a low cost per click, equals a low cost per lead, which equals profitable Facebook ads. So guys, that's exactly how I set up a Facebook ad. I hope you guys got a ton of value and content out of this video. Go ahead, leave me a comment below if you guys did. I'm going to go ahead and fill out this quick cheat sheet for you. You guys can stay on if you want. Here we go. So choose one English speaking country per ad, age 25 through 60, gender, all, language, English, interest should be stacked. Again, so find people in your industry and stack them as interests. Budget should be set for lifetime. Lifetime budget. And that's it. Again, I have a little note down here. The key to profitable Facebook ads is getting your click-through rate high. You want to aim for 2.5% plus on your click-through rate. The better your ad performs, the less Facebook charges you. That's really, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that for you. I'll just make it red. That's the key to profitable Facebook ads right there. Both that and having your capture page convert. When your capture page converts well, which again we will talk about in video number 2 of the magnetic selling machine, when your capture page converts well and your Facebook ad performs well, meaning a lot of people click on it per 1,000 views, it's almost impossible to go wrong with Facebook. All right, guys, so follow the instructions I just showed you. Follow the strategies I just showed you in this video. Set up your ads the way I just showed you in this video, and you will literally be ahead of 85 to 90% of everybody using Facebook ads. Again, guys, if you got content and value out of this video, please go ahead, comment below, share this video if you feel like this really helped you, and I will see you in the next one. Over and out.